Hello, humans and pets. What do we got today? We got some Taco Bell.
A whole lot of Taco
Yeah,
Bell.
so we got a bunch of Taco Bell. We got two of each item. And what are these items? This is the decade menu. So Taco Bell has been around for quite a while. And I have it right here, what we're going to be consuming. But they brought back some of the classics from over the decades that they've been working, I guess.
I think this is going to be original.
It just released, today on Halloween, on the 31st of October. That's when we're recording it. It's probably coming out November 1st. But what we got is the 80s. It came out with two new stuff. Well, I guess it's not new. It's old. Really old, but it's new now. So we got the Mexi Melt, the green burrito. And then the 90s came out with the beef gordita supreme. But the 60s was the first thing ever that came out with the tostada. The original one, not the Cheez-It tostada that they just had.
Right.
And then on the November 21st, they're going to have a caramel apple empanada that they're going to be bringing out. So we'll do that when it comes out, most likely.
Okay.
But let's start off with the tostada here. It's in a nice little box. Now,
it's looking kind of like a Mexican pizza, doesn't it?
Well, no.
A little bit.
It's missing the pizza.
All right. How are you gonna do your thumbnail? What do you want to do?
We'll figure it out. There you go.
Let's see what we got.
So it's just a tortilla with like some sauce. It looks like the Mexican pizza sauce, but I don't see any meat or cheese.
No,
I see cheese, but not bean.
It looks like lettuce and cheese.
It's like lettuce and cheese on the sauce. This is gonna be tough because it's gonna crack.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why it's not on the menu anymore.
I can't even fold. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I can't even pick.
I'm making my plate extra big.
I'm gonna have to. This is gonna make a mess.
I think this will be fine.
Yeah. Look at mine.
Yeah, mine's worse than yours. Get that crunch of the.
I like the salsa.
Yeah. The crunch on the.
Tortilla.
Yeah, that's the word.
Mm-hmm. I guess they weren't big on meat in the 50s.
I see bean.
Do you?
I just got bean. It's in the middle.
Okay, there it is. All right. I didn't know there was a lot of vegetarians in the 50s.
There you go. I don't know if there's meat on it. There might be, might not. I don't see it yet, though.
It's good, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. You kind of folded it in half.
I didn't have a choice. Leaving it flat, it was making a mess.
If I fold mine, I think it'll come out the bottom. If we trying to consume this easily, it takes preparation and like thought process.
As I was holding mine, I was trying to hold the outside like you are, and it just slowly started folding, so I just went with it.
Here's my technique. So I have the
turned
whole
it into
thing
a taco.
cradled.
Yeah, you're better than me.
So I got two in the middle, and then I got some on the edges here.
Mine was cracking, so it just made an automatic fold.
So I was worried it was going to split in half
and
then fall out. Would you get this again?
It's like a vegetarian taco. I don't mind it. It was so messy, I wish I put the hot sauce on it for myself, just because I like that flavor. But no, this is good. I don't mind meat. If I had a complaint, which I always seem to for some reason,
it's criticism.
They're refrieds.
Constructive.
I like mine because I put a lot more of the Mexican seasoning in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the taco season.
I mean, you also load it with cheese.
I put a lot of cheese.
The cheese is just on the top. These are under-seasoned compared to the ones we normally get.
That's what I'm saying. Normally they have a lot more flavor. That's why I said I'd like a hot sauce on it, because they're refried beans. It basically tastes like they're smushed up beans. They don't have seasoning in it.
And I'm assuming the salsa like sauce is supposed to give that the flavor, but it's not really shining through like I would hope.
No. Normally,
still it's solid, but
normally the vegetarian stuff, it's like next level. Today the refrieds needed a little work. It just tastes like it didn't have like the taco seasoning or anything in it.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of flavoring going on.
No,
but it's still solid.
It would be solid. If I would have put the hot sauce on it, I would have liked it a lot better. But it was so hard to eat, and I just said I'm not gonna mess with that. We have like a ton of more stuff. That's why.
Yes. So we got the. What'd you gonna go?
I just grabbed whatever this one was. Cheesy burrito, beef burrito. Did we get a cheesy burrito? But that's just what they're wrapped
I'm
in.
assuming that's what's wrapped in.
Gotcha.
So we got a green burrito, which came out, and I think has a green sauce.
Okay.
This was the 80s, I think.
Is that what this
from
is?
memory. I remember this coming out when I was just a wee little lad.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming because it's the only burrito.
No, what is this?
Not a burrito.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha. Not a burrito.
Not a burrito.
We want to go with the burrito next?
This is a burrito.
It is a burrito for sure.
So, yeah, might as well. This is the 80s.
All right.
There's 2 menu items from the 80s. 70s didn't have nothing.
All right. Well, we'll give it a try. We can always skip and come back afterwards. Like instead of eating them all.
So I already tried it. This is my favorite menu item. I love those sauces. Like the sauces with that like
that green
the green sauce. You know what I'm talking about. It's green and it's good. Green for good. The
like
G,
salsa verde.
For. Sure.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
That just means green salsa. So
that's why I said it.
Yeah. Yes, green is good.
It is a bright.
It's very like.
I wish it was hotter.
Yeah, but that's what the sauce is for.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd rather Taco Bell not make anything spicy and then make a spicy sauce.
The green salsa that they have on there, whatever the green sauce
it's a burst of brightness.
It is actually very flavorful. I actually like that a lot. I agree with you.
It takes like something that's normally so like dense and like hearty.
Yep.
It makes it more like bright and like refreshing almost, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I also get lime, which
I didn't know I was going to say that.
I don't taste normally at Taco Bell.
Yep.
Which is a great thing.
I think that's part of the sauce.
Yeah.
And there's enough sauce on it where they're refried beans today. With the salsa, it tastes better than it did on its own.
Once again, another bean item.
Yep. Are we gonna just eat it?
No, let me enjoy it real quick.
Well, I was gonna go back to it, see which one we like
I'm in
best.
a different land.
Yeah, I noticed.
No, this is my favorite Taco Bell item. That's easily. So go try this one.
He bought so many different things.
Shout
that's
out
why
to the 80s. Maybe
right?
the Mexi Melt will also happen.
All right. Well, I'll just keep eating then if that's the way you want to go.
No,
that's fine. I'm in.
I'll move on.
I'm in.
Fine.
No, I just was trying to. I was looking at the time because we have a lot of items. That's all.
We do. So not.
You want the little guy? Or I got them both, so I can do whichever one you want.
We'll do the
little guy.
The little guy. So this is the Mexi Melt. This is also in the 80s, I believe. It's what I said earlier, but
shout out to the 80s.
It is mine's very greasy.
Mine's very, yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
Oh,
it's on my pants.
Yep. That was not a shocker.
I figured. Okay.
Oh, this one has. I mean,
Mexi Melt. This is the greasiest item I've gotten.
Well, there's a lot of meat in this one.
There's a ton of meat.
I think it's all meat.
Meat and probably cheese would be my guess for a Mexi Melt.
I see a tomato.
You do?
Do you remember what all of these cost?
They're all around like.
Well, I like this one.
In total, it was like $24 for all the new items. They also have a medium cup, which I was hoping we got, but we didn't. We got a mystery drink. But it was $27, like including my extra Baja Blast because I wanted to buy one. So.
This is like a better version of the melt that they did because it actually has meat, onions, tomatoes.
Rice.
There is some rice in there too. A generous amount of cheese. So like
cheesy.
They did the cheesy melts, remember, where it was just like basically the cheese, which were good. This is just like they were better in the 80s.
What's happened, Taco Bell?
No, honestly.
Now, I don't know if it's like old items. Maybe these items were worse back then, but their quality has gone up. No. So like their interpretation of these older menu items, because they're not using 80s onion. Like that would be all like
no. Right, I get that.
Right, that's an old onion.
Yep.
But you know, maybe just the ingredients have improved so much over the years. Back in the 80s, you know, I only got the Tostadas, so that was the 60s. I already messed it up. I wasn't alive back then, so I only have New Age Taco Bell. You were alive in like the 20s, 30s, 40s.
Oh my God.
So what do you think about, you didn't try it, but were people talking about Taco Bell?
No, we didn't. Again, I grew up in a small town. We didn't even have Taco Bell.
Shout out to the GPS, because that kind of unlocked. Like, nobody's looking at a map to go to Taco Bell. You know what I mean?
Taco Bell, I want to say, was a Southern company when it first came. Like, it wasn't around our area.
Yeah,
it wasn't
New England.
It wasn't a New England establishment back then when we were young.
But
you know
being able to, like, just put in an address and then put it on your dash, like, If it's a few towns over,
we used
you're
maps
more
back
likely.
in the day, and it worked.
Yeah, but if it's a few towns over, you're not going a few towns over for Taco Bell. You're gonna go try it.
I told
you know what I mean.
The first time Uncle Michael was in the service, he was down in Virginia. That's actually very good. I really like that.
Cilantro in here again,
yeah.
but I don't know if it's lettuce.
That was one of my favorite things so far. That one, the combination of the meat and the onions and the tomatoes and plenty of cheese and all that stuff. It just works.
Anyways, sorry, you can continue.
No, anyways, no. He was in the service down in Virginia before he shipped out, of course. But and that's when he first had Taco Bell. So when he came back, he was raving about it. I'm like, we don't even know what a Taco Bell is, you know. But he's like, oh, you got to get the dirty rice or the Manchaug Ma Grande. He had his whole theory of what he liked the best.
Menu.
Yeah. And of course, then he's in the service and he's getting paid, so he's like, "Oh, Taco Bell tonight,"
Right.
But all right, what is this one?
This is the
Last
Beef
but not
Gordita
least.
Supreme. This was 90s,
Okay.
I believe, and then it hasn't returned since. I don't know how long it lasted. I'm assuming these were all established in the 90s, but like this might have been around in the 2000s. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
But 10 years to have one menu item for like a place that is consistently changing it up.
Yeah, they do a lot of changes. All right, I can't. I try to show you this, but I'm gonna make a mess.
A ton of sour cream, a ton of meat, a ton of cheese. It's the gordita wrap. Maybe this was the original gordita.
Okay.
That could make sense, because I don't know.
I don't understand why it tastes better with sour cream though.
Because sour cream is just like fat, so it just tastes good. It's just good.
I don't know. It's funny. I'm getting flavors that I don't traditionally associate with. Like,
it's just me. Is the beef better?
It does seem it. I don't know why.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Pull people back to getting Taco Bell, but
I'm getting tastes that I don't normally associate with Taco Bell.
Look, I could leave the tostada in the 60s. Again, it's like that's an early item that they don't have anymore. That like would be cool to like bring back.
They're hard to eat.
They've had other variations. I think the Cheez-It one was better because I like that Cheez-It shell as the base of it. There's something messed up, but I like these three items that we had: the Mexi Melt, the green burrito, or like tied, and then this one's also probably tied for first. Like these are the best items I've ever had from these guys, and that's saying something because we've had some pretty decent stuff, pretty like mixed stuff. But
I like that the wrap itself is just a little bit fluffier.
Oh yeah,
it's not like to the point of that flatbread when they had the pancake texture, but it definitely gives you more substance or more.
More to it
than the regular wraps.
Yeah. Oh man, this is crazy.
I agree with you. The tostada was good. It was just hard to eat, and I could take or leave it. These other three items are spot on. They're delicious.
Because not only is there like a different sauce that we haven't seen recently on the menu, I think. Onions didn't exist, did they?
Onions have been around for yeah.
I thought that was a new invention. No, but onions being on the stuff is different, right? Raw onion. I can't think of a Taco Bell with a raw onion. And
they're all raw onions.
Do they have onions in these guys? No, they don't. What item? I think the onion is a new invention. Well, a brought back one, I guess. But I can't think of a new menu item.
Now that you say that,
with an onion.
You know what?
It's tomato, it's lettuce, and cheese.
You're probably right.
And the onion slaps.
Yeah.
The onion helps so much.
Oh, no,
you get that burst of like kind of that like.
Maybe that's the flavor I'm saying. I don't associate it with.
It helps
Taco
so
Bell.
much.
No, it's way better. I agree.
Because it adds like that sweetness, but also that like burst of like spice. I guess you know what I mean. Like it has like a zing to it.
I'm surprised you've been so negative with some of the stuff lately. I 100% agree with everything he says.
The issue is
every one of these items is
do
delicious.
I want mediocre Pizza Hut pizza with barely any sauce on my pizza? Your pizza was a little better.
Let's not bring it back up again.
Mediocre pizza.
Yeah.
Or fantastic food.
No, this is very good.
I'm surprised.
These are all very good.
Fantastic is kind of a stretch.
It's a stretch.
Right. Same with really bad. It's just all right pizza.
Yeah.
And this is good. Like this is obviously better for cheaper.
Because I will say,
in my eyes.
if we're gonna go like to ultimate Taco Bell items, I still like that taco with the cilantro and with the fluffy bread and stuff. That was still probably the best thing I ate from Taco Bell so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are very good.
This sauce the green sauce needs a packet immediately. if they're not gonna like that needs to be put into a packet.
Oh, it's nice too.
Because I
When
would
you hit
pay,
it with
like,
a little heat.
like like the specialty packets where it's like 20 cents more to get it. I'd pay 20 cents more for that because it has like such a bright flavor.
It is bright. These are all great items. These are some. If you want to try something, they're good.
This, if you're used to just traditional Taco Bell, and you don't want to like, well, I guess this is traditional Taco Bell, but if you're used to what you normally get nowadays,
you might, right?
You're probably gonna like the beef gordita supreme because it's just like a Taco Bell item.
Yes.
When you branch out to like the green burrito or the Mexi Melt, there's other flavors going on there that isn't normally on their menu nowadays. That really shines through.
It's actually better.
I think it's
get
better,
it if it takes you off your comfort zone.
If you want that like just Taco Bell taco flavor, this one's for you. If you want to be a little more adventurous, it's not much more adventurous. Don't get me wrong, but it definitely it's a change in flavor that I wish was just always on the menu. I hope this menu stays.
Someone leave a comment down below. I never thought of that, Ryan. There really is. Like, there's a ton of onions in every one of these. And I kept saying there's something that's giving me a taste. And I'm thinking that's what it is. I mean, we put onions in everything at the house. I don't think there's any meal I cook that I don't put onions and garlic in. But there's very few. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, well.
But I never...
Onion powder, garlic powder.
But I put onions.
You get that flavor.
I usually put onions in everything too, though.
Yeah, onions.
But I didn't think of that until like now.
I can't think of an item that has onions in Taco Bell.
Now that you say that.
I don't know if I'm just blanking all those out, like if I don't remember, but...
If you guys do remember, leave a comment down below.
When they get rid of the onions?
Yeah, and when are you going to bring them back? That's the key. They just
did, but
because
for now.
When I make my tacos, that's one of the things I like on my tacos is, even if I have cooked onions, I like raw onions on it because it just brings out that burst of flavor. Especially with
great,
with the refried like that. You get a raw onion. I just like
it
gives a little
raw
crunch.
Onion or cooked onion? If you could take one, leave one. So you had to leave cooked onion, and you get rid of raw onion. Or raw onion, you get rid of cooked onion. Because now French onion soup's off the table if you pick raw onion. But I think I might go raw onion. Because any
it depends. Because like on my soup or on my sandwich or my salad,
I want raw onion.
I want a raw onion.
Is raw onion pickled? Does that count? Because I'm picking raw onion.
Yeah,
pickled red onions. I could just eat those.
I know. We kept saying we were going to do it on the channel one time. We just never did.
Pickled red onions?
No, just make them. I mean, it's so easy to make.
Oh, yeah.
Once they're made, you can just use them.
Yeah, you just stick them. And you go, nom, nom.
I agree with you. This green tortilla, burrito, is delicious. And I got to give, the onions are doing the heavy lifting. And I didn't think of that until you said it. That, now that you say that, I don't think Taco Bell does have onions in their stuff.
Yeah. I don't, it's weird to just get rid of it. But it's also like, maybe okay, look, here's my big corporate brain. McDonald's just changed it to cooked onions.
Well, that's because they were passing out listeria with the raw onions from the quarter pounders, is what I'm hearing. That's the rumor.
That was months ago.
No, that's like still relevant in the news. They thought it was the quarter pounder.
Don't watch the news.
Come to find out,
just don't.
According to the news, it's the actual onions that were on a quarter pounder.
Yeah, but they changed they don't use raw onions anymore.
But they might have on a quarter pounder now.
No, I'm pretty sure they just got rid of them. But what I'm saying is, if they did, if that is true, because I remember them saying that they were switching to like cooking the onions.
Yeah, that was a while back. Yep.
Raw onions, depending if they because I don't know if I'm assuming they just get it like diced, and then maybe they're already like flash cooked and flash frozen or something and delivered to McDonald's. But it could decrease the price of onions, like globally. That's what if so Taco Bell might have saw that and was like, we can bring back the onions because it's way cheaper now.
No, I don't
know. That's my idea. I don't know if that's true. But I think like if McDonald's added avocados to their menu, avocado prices go up by like 50-80%. So that's my theory. I don't know if that's accurate, but
I don't know.
That would make sense why they're like, oh, let's bring this back rather than doing like a Halloween themed, like here's a bunch of fan favorites. Let's bring back the onions. But
all I'll say is every one of these items is delicious. The only one I had an issue with again was that tostada one. What do we eat?
It's inconvenient.
Just because it's harder to eat, and like the refrieds without a sauce on it were kind of blah. They just tasted like beans.
The sauce itself is kind of blah.
No,
if they added the green sauce to that,
on that it would have been much better. Oh, 100%. And if I would have put my taco sauce on it, that actually made my nose run today, then that would have been better too.
Mm.
But again, it was very good though. I would get all of these again.
Going back through the decades.
Yep.
You know, what item would you pick off the current menu, not the decade menu, would you like to see return in 50 plus years? That's my question.
I like the one that.
I mean, I would have to do a Crunchwrap, but I'm assuming
Crunchwrap
that's
Supreme.
staying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll make it another
Crunchwrap
50 years,
Supreme.
so I'll worry about it then. But Crunchwrap Supreme is probably one of the better things they have on the menu.
You'll become the Taco Bell meat.
I'll be the Taco Bell meat itself. Yeah. So, well, there you go.
That's
try all of these. Again, leave a comment down below if you do
Yes.
try them. Which one's your favorite? Because they're all very good.
And leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions.
Yep, there you go.
Because we're always looking for some.
Right. So, that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.